Game of the Final Judgment, Awakening of the Neopening. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 351 10th Level Demon King Mark. Zhao Yuan started the Demon King showdown, and forcibly summoned the 9th level Demon Kings of the hostile country to fight. To smash the opponent's Demon King Mark, now the hostile country has all surrendered to the Starry Sky forces. Zhao Yuan's smashing of the opponent's Demon King Mark can also be regarded as weakening the power of the pawn controlled by Xing Kong. On the towering gray and white round tower, Zhao Yuan and the 9th-ranked Demon King of the beautiful country appeared at both ends of the ring. Surrounded by auditoriums of tens of thousands of people, they were all filled within a few seconds. The 9th level Demon King of the beautiful country. Just to settle accounts, let's charge a little interest first, wait until the national war, and then slaughter all the participants in the beautiful country back to level 0, and the 9th-ranked Demon King of the beautiful country is also full of helplessness, forcibly recruited. Damn it, my 9th level Demon King Mark is going to be wasted like this. Even the president is not Zhao Yuan's opponent, so he can only choose to escape temporarily. How can I survive for 3 seconds from Zhao Yuan's hands? This free card item has a cooldown interval. I have accumulated 15 free cards. Can all of these be matched? In the auditorium below the ring, the players were erupting. Because I finally saw the players from the beautiful country. A spectator from the White Bear Kingdom shouted angrily, "These beasts have taken refuge in the forces of the Starry Sky and want to slaughter us all. Haven't you always been at the commanding heights of morality before? Why did everything go silent in the forum? Not a single player makes a sound. I really think I am a foreign race," a player in the neutral country shouted. If it weren't for Xiaoguo's reasonable response, the beautiful country and its lackeys would have smashed the star barrier. They have been sheltered by the Starry Sky, and they can survive, but they have to use our lives as sacrifices, Xia country player said. This time I was recruited forcibly by Zhao Yuan. I can't keep this 9th level devil mark even if Jesus comes. The lackeys in the Starry Sky, not a son of man. The audience under the arena kept insulting the 9th-ranked Demon King of the beautiful country. The 9th-ranked Demon King of the pretty country had a gloomy face, thinking to himself, it doesn't matter, the mark of the 9th level Devil King can't affect the overall situation at all. What are these mediocre people angry about? Isn't it normal to betray their relatives and beliefs in order to survive? As long as I can survive, not to mention being a lackey of the Starry Sky, even if I am a slave to Zhao Yuan, I can kneel on the spot. But Zhao Yuan can't protect himself, and he still wants to protect the entire Xia kingdom. Hell, although I have already drank the diluted blood of the Blood Moon Goddess, my combat power has increased by a level, but in front of Zhao Yuan, it's not enough to look at all. Today's mark of the 9th level Demon King must be shattered. Forbearance first, wait until the moment when the gods of the Starry Sky descend in the future. These wastes will know how correct the choice of our beautiful country is. The 3-second countdown ended. And Zhao Yuan had a defensive passive ability, and he didn't have many active attack methods. It can only be a set of procedures to start fanatical ridicule. Yanhua Windbreaker. Baron's tentacles, then the crimson quality barrier of despair in his hand, as a heavy blunt weapon, smashed towards the enemy. Although he didn't activate the indestructible golden body, Zhao Yuan's dual defense also reached 42 billion points. And it is still increasing. After all, the void mausoleum deep in the center of the earth is being attacked by polluting creatures every second. After the Thorn's anti-armor kill is triggered, the temporary double defense will continue to be superimposed. Chapter 352 National War Token. Zhao Yuan tore open the Abyss difficulty transfer trial skip ticket. The level requirements for the 12 turn are from 280 to 320. The player has obtained the job transfer reward of the Abyss difficulty by using the skip coupon of the job transfer trial. Get 700,000 real attribute points. Every time a player advances to a level, the real strength and physique will increase by 7 W points, and the real agility and physique will increase by 7,000 points. The player's current level is 301, and the attribute point rewards have been replenished. Zhao Yuan added 700,000 real attribute points to his physique, and the current attribute panel is, name, Zhao Yuan True Power. 278.7 real physique. 438 real agility. 37.5 real intelligence. 37.5 will complete Abyss level 12 turns, personal priority +1, After successfully skipping the job change trial, Zhao Yuan's real physique reached 438 W points. Combat strength has once again risen to a level. When you reach level 320, you will be able to perform 13 revolutions, that is, you will get a weak divine blessing. The 4 presidents have already surpassed this level. Although the divinity obtained is weak, it is 100% their own, conceived in one's own body. It is not a divinity that is forcibly instilled and added by evil gods. Zhao Yuan thought, what needs to be done now is to dig out a void vein, exploit it extensively, and finally carry out the national war, destroy all the combatants of the beautiful country and its allies, in order to trigger the expansion of the alien invasion. Zhao Yuan said in the guild group chat, there are still a lot of accessories in our jewelry bar that have not been unlocked. After completing the abyss-level jewelry tasks, you can get dark quality accessories at worst. Zhang Fengwu said, there are also forced guild battles. The level of our guild is too low, and we haven't even reached level 9. The guild's Demon King mark is improved, and our full attributes can also be increased. Yunying also spoke in the guild group chat. The main reason is that the recent string of events has been so dense that it doesn't give us a chance to breathe. There are many accessories in the bar that have not been unlocked, and the level of the guild has also stagnated. Fortunately, our personal Demon King mark is not slow to increase. Just as Zhao Yuan was about to speak, he saw 3 global announcements swiping across the screen. Global announcement: beautiful country uses the national war token to launch a new national war. All countries and regions will be forced to participate, and the rules of the battle are the same as normal national battles. Global announcement: the announcement shocked players all over the world. The forum instantly boiled over, and a large number of players in neutral countries commented frantically, is the beautiful country looking for its own death? Although the beautiful country has a strong combat power, and has also received the blessings of the starry sky gods, the level of life has undergone drastic changes. But we have Zhao Yuan here, under the oath domain of the Lord of Asylum. None of the friendly units of the Xia Kingdom and its allies will be harmed. What's more, there is the mighty White Bear country on our side. What does Davis mean by launching a national war and suppressing all the high-level combat power in our country? Chapter 353 Imprisonment Scroll. Announcement on the battlefield in the national area. The beautiful country uses a super-large confinement scroll, and the 3 guild forces in the White Bear country will not be able to withdraw from the battlefield in the national area within 24 hours. Pretty country uses a super-large imprisonment scroll. Davis used all the imprisoning scrolls in one go, imprisoning the enemy in this battlefield space. So confident, Zhao Yuan said in the group chat. Davis has collected an extremely powerful guide item. Are you sure that the evil god who descends will destroy us all? Zhou Kaiting said. The side effect of the super-large imprisonment scroll is that the beautiful country cannot withdraw from the battlefield of the national war, and it is also confined for 24 hours. The national war is different from the guild battle. Although the national war can forcibly withdraw from the battlefield space, the price of punishment is too serious. Forcibly withdrawing from the national war will deduct half of the national luck and reduce the level 30 experience points of all players. Therefore, it is impossible for various countries and regions to withdraw from the national war on their own unless they have reached a dead end. It's much better to find a hidden place to hide and do nothing than to withdraw from the national battlefield. The national war space is vast, and the time limit is 1 month. Within a month, there may be no hostile forces. This is the battlefield in the national area, which is so vast that it is unimaginable. Meng Zhe said, let the SSS level scouting ability users search for the surrounding friendly forces first. The level of Zhao Yuan's true oath has been increased, and the number of permanent oaths has been increased. Although the branch effect does not have the option to choose the eternal oath, but every time you upgrade, you can get a corresponding number of permanent oath places. Zhao Yuan applied the eternal oath buff to the guild crystals of the 4 Xiaoguo guilds to ensure that the 4 guild crystal sneak would not be broken due to attacks. The 4 major guilds have more than 300 million exclusive arms, plus player teams, so many combat units are covered with Zhao Yuan's oath buff, including city walls, defensive towers, guild halls, NPCs, arms, pets, summoners, players. Therefore, Xia Kingdom players were filled with excitement. Isn't this too cool? Zhao Yuan's oath field exceeds the radius of 8,000 W meters. It is more than enough to accommodate all our troops. Even if we add all the players in other countries, it can be completely covered. We are equivalent to hanging up the permanent buffs of invincibility, immunity from control, immunity to pollution, and overlord. As long as Zhao Yuan can block the attack of the star gods, we have a chance to win the final victory. The evil god Abadar, Zhao Yuan has killed it many times. Zhao Yuan was only at level 200 before, but now he is at level 301. Against more powerful god avatars, he can also be killed by real counter-injury. Davis is betting the last bargaining chip. If you don't succeed, you will be benevolent, and imprison all the hostile camps in one go. Davis' sanity has not been polluted, which shows that Davis thinks he can kill us all. Among the 5 guild buildings in the Xia Kingdom, the Heavenly Court is a group of continuous palaces suspended above the clouds. And the Lingshan Mountain is a floating mountain range that radiates brilliant Buddha light. There are a large number of magnificent Buddhist temples built on the mountainside and on the top of the mountain. Chapter 354, Dark Master. With Xiaoguo's current strength, even if it encounters a beautiful country, it doesn't matter. Xiaoguo's flying buildings continue to cut through the clouds and sail forward. Zhao Yuan said in the group chat, it may be an enemy or a friendly unit. By the way, Beautiful Nation uses the scroll of imprisonment, and it cannot exit the battlefield itself, but the allies of the beautiful countries were able to withdraw on their own. Although the punishment for forcibly withdrawing from the national war is extremely severe, it is better than returning to level 0. Last time I traded a lot of super large confinement scrolls from the demons who pretended to be NPCs. I will use them first, Zhou Kaiding replied. We also have a large inventory of similar items. Zhao Yuan used all the super large confinement scrolls in his backpack, and the fragments of these scrolls turned into incomplete shackles and dissipated in the void. Battlefield announcement. Xiaoguo used the super large imprisonment scroll, and the 2 guild forces of Sakura country could not withdraw from the battlefield space within 24 hours. Battlefield announcement. Xiaoguo used the super large imprisonment scroll, and the 4 guild forces in the British Kingdom could not withdraw from the battlefield space within 24 hours. In the sky above the 5 guilds of the Xia Kingdom, there were already illusory silver-white shackles, as if the entire guild's void was banned. Now after using the scroll of imprisonment, the imprisoned shackles above the terrorist guild are more tightly intertwined due to the side effect. Zhao Yuan, anyway, there is no way out, and everyone will be imprisoned in the battlefield space, and we still have nuclear weapons, which can threaten the evil spirits of the starry sky. Our Xia Kingdom is the one who takes the initiative. Soon, Zhao Yuan saw 2 12th level guild buildings, and after continuing to approach, he found that they were 2 12th level guild residences in Sakura country. Zhao Yuan said, if you encounter an enemy on the road to find friendly forces, just kill it directly. Sakura Nation has been imprisoned by me. It will take a little more time to kill these Sakura Nation players back to level 0, then continue to move forward. This Sakura country is also suffering from blood mold, and it was the first to encounter us, Guild Lingshan said. In the previous Sakura country, there were 3 12th level guild forces, but in the last national battlefield, we were flooded with polluting organisms. Therefore, all the senior officials of Sakura Nation were polluted. The 2 12th level guilds were developed later, and their strength is far inferior to before. The polluted creatures in the battlefield of the country are independent existences, and have little to do with the old gods of the abyss. The players of the Xia Kingdom were excited. After all, Zhao Yuan's oath feels shrouded. The enemy of the Sakura Kingdom in front of you is like a free experience pack and battlefield points. And the senior management of Sakura country was terrified. How can it be so unlucky? The battlefield in the country is so vast, and it has only been 3 hours before Xiaoguo has been eyeing it. At this moment, the sky above the 2 12th level guild buildings in Sakura country was intertwined with illusory silver-white shackles. All the Sakura country players were filled with suffocating despair. The current Xia Kingdom has become the most powerful force in Blue Star because of its shelter master Zhao Yuan. Although we got the God-given blood, we can't break Zhao Yuan's defense at all, and other attribute enhancements are meaningless. Sure enough, you can only use the props to attract the gods, summon the gods, and then take the opportunity to escape. Several senior officials of Sakura country quickly made a judgment. The time is tight, and the quality of the props we produced is average, only reaching the red quality. Even if a god avatar is summoned, it can't be Zhao Yuan's opponent. It can only be called a god avatar to contain Xiaoguo. Then we all abandoned the guild residence and fled immediately. Period. Chapter 356 Self-defeating. At this time, the players in the Sakura country were running around like crazy, driven by their survival instincts, and no one wanted to face Xia country, the strongest force on the Blue Star at this time. The Dark Lord spoke. using the noisy and obscure devil language. Just hearing these few words of devil language, ordinary players will be severely polluted and mutated into polluted creatures in the demon realm. 7 Afterwards, the deep dark master spit out the words, "You want to use me to contain the enemy and escape by yourself? Do you really think that the gods and spirits can be used by your ants? The dark master opened his mouth full of sharp fangs, and issued a silent sound wave, completely covering the 2 12th level Sakura National Guilds. Bump, bump, bump. The Sakura Kingdom players who tried to escape burst into puddles of filthy and unspeakable meat sauce in an instant, and these dark red meat paste, faintly invisible like gold, permeates, which is the diluted divine blood blessed and advanced master of the abyss. What kind of guiding tool is this? It can only lower me half a step to an angel level avatar. I have absorbed the weak divine blood remaining in your body, together with the power of your flesh and blood. It is enough for me to restore my angel level personality. To deal with Xiaoguo's newly rising powerhouse, half-step angel level is far from enough. At this moment, Xia Kingdom's 5 flying buildings were approaching the Sakura Kingdom's guild quarters, ready to participate in the battle. Armed with the crimson quality barrier of despair, Zhao Yuan said, "It's only a half-step angel level god. I can completely crush it, and there is only one, so there is no pressure." But the Dark Master is absorbing the thin divinity bestowed by the starry sky on the players of the Sakura Kingdom, as well as their flesh and blood energy. To restore the personality in this way, the Cherry Blossom country is sure to die. If you don't summon the avatar of the gods, you will be killed by us to level 0. If you use special props, you will still become the blood food of the evil god. So, those who trade with the evil god may get rewards beyond imagination at the beginning, but the ending is doomed to be tragic. Zhou Kaiting said, "The speed of flying buildings is limited. I will lead the land reclamation team to stop the evil spirits from absorbing blood, otherwise, this evil creature will be promoted to a higher level." Meng Zhe responded, "It's too late." In just a few seconds, the absorption of blood food was completed. The president of Hades said in surprise, "Players who died in the national war will be resurrected from the guild resident. These Sakura country players have been sucked into the flesh and blood energy. Can they still be resurrected, even if it is an evil god? It is impossible to break the rules of the Doomsday system." The doubts of the president of the Hades quickly came to the answer. The players from Sakura country who exploded into filthy flesh were successfully resurrected during the 3-second waiting time for resurrection. They could not be forced out of the battlefield space because they were imprisoned by Zhao Yuan walking out of the guild resident 3 seconds later. I was horrified to find that my level had dropped to level 0. The real attributes of Xiaoguo powerhouses are very high, so their eyesight has also been strengthened. And they can see what happened in the building of the Sakura National Guild from a long distance. Zhao Yuan said, "Evil gods can't really kill players in the national war, but after absorbing the flesh and blood energy of these people, the player's level directly drops from 300 plus to level 0. Isn't this FG stealing our experience points?" Chapter 357 Domain Hedging. Zhao Yuan activated Baron Tentacle, Yanhurl Coat, and Frenzied Taunt at the same time. Let the Phoenix use the melting and casting skills, and the huge Phoenix turned into a majestic and magnificent flame, covering Zhao Yuan's body. A majestic real Phoenix phantom behind Zhao Yuan. Battle information: Phoenix has obtained all the attributes of the Phoenix using the casting skill at the same time. Zhangfeng Zuang summoned a round formed of eternal blazing sun, an oil painting scorching sun formed by countless abstract symbols, crazily burning the evil spirits in front of him. All the attributes of the Phoenix have been completely transferred to Zhao Yuan, the most notable of which is of course Zhao Yuan's current blood volume, which has reached 230 billion points. The double defense has also reached 46 billion, and it is still growing slowly, because the Void Tomb is attacked all the time, so as to trigger the perseverance and the scale of mystery. One after another, the bright stars split from Zhao Yuan's body and were planted on the ground, forming majestic tentacles of a tyrant at the same time. A baron's tentacles extended from Zhao Yuan's back, grafted onto the boss. Even if it was an angel-level god clone, it would drain 20% of its HP, dual defense, and resistance. Within 3 minutes the angel-level god clone was forced to taunt and couldn't break free, because Zhao Yuan's current skill priority was already exaggerated. The god clone, whose attributes were against the sky, jumped from half-step angel level to angel level, and its attributes soared crazily at this moment. The Dark Master opened up his own prototype of the Kingdom of God. A deep black and red halo spread out from the boss's feet, and wherever it passed, all the scenes were replaced with abyss hell. There is magma flowing on the ground, and there are traces of gunpowder smoke left on the ground after the volcanic eruption. Demons with spread wings can be seen everywhere. There is no sun above the sky, a scarlet sky, mixed with a few blood-red clouds. Seeing that the boss opened up his own prototype of the kingdom of God, Zhao Yuan naturally used his own domain skills. In essence, the oath domain is not Zhao Yuan's domain skill, but the ultimate domination is hum, a layer of crimson halo centered on Zhao Yuan and spread wildly around, opening up his own small world in the boss's dark kingdom. Zhao Yuan's size expanded rapidly, and the priority of enemies in the surrounding area was reduced. At the same time, Zhao Yuan's blood volume, dual defense, and special resistance received a 35% bonus. Now Zhao Yuan's 35% attribute is an unimaginable value. The other 4 presidents also opened up their own domains, and Xiaoguo opened up his own area in this dark kingdom of God. Meng Zhe said, "This is domain hedging. The strength of the domains of the 2 parties is similar, so they can cancel most of the domain influence. Until the end of our own domain, the boss's dark kingdom has almost no additional impact on us, Zhao Yuan, but our own domain can't last long, and the cooling time is very long." Zhou Kaiding replied, "The same is true for the boss. He opened up the prototype of the kingdom of God, and his own mana and divinity are rapidly deducted. In the frantic torn state, the boss launched the first attack. Natural disasters are coming." The Dark Master opened his huge mouth full of sharp fangs, and layers of mysterious patterns emerged from it, interweaving to form a divine array one after another. Huge fireballs of faint blue color spewed out from it, mixed with thick gunpowder smoke, pouring towards Xiaoguo buildings. It was really like a natural disaster. These faint blue gunpowder fireballs were amplified by the prototype of the boss's kingdom of God. It became as big as a mountain, and smashed into Xiaoguo's flying building in an instant. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 358, Instantly Killing God's Avatar. The Dark Master once again used natural disasters, relying on the blessing of his own kingdom of God, condensed a blue flame giant sword in his hand. The end of this huge sword was emitting thick gunpowder smoke, and countless patterns of evil gods were engraved on its surface, higher than the evil god itself. At this moment, the boss turned a huge sword formed by the fire of hell with both hands, and slashed towards the Heavenly Court Guild. Zhao Yuan still, because the guild building was also a friendly unit, and any damage suffered would be grafted onto him. Kang! The huge sword formed by the flames of hell slashed at the Heavenly Palace, and there was a loud roar when it collided, but it failed to cause any damage. 7 Instead, it triggered the anti-armor of thorns, which turned into 64 real anti-injuries, piercing through the towering body of the evil god. Trigger skill reflection successfully reflected the skill effect of 40% of the target's power. Above Zhao Yuan's head, a 30-meter-long blue flame giant sword condensed, and quickly slashed at the boss, causing serious injuries. Zhao Yuan said to himself, "The thorns anti-armor of the 6 awakenings have a high priority, plus the priority bonus of the heavenly person. Even if the skill reflection is triggered and the boss's attack is reflected back, it can completely trigger the thorn anti-armor. It stands to reason that if the skills have been bounced back, it should be counted as not being attacked, and the thorn anti-armor will not be triggered. But the skills of the 6 awakenings are so perverted, as long as the enemy launches an attack, it must be truly counter-injured." The Dark Ruler never thought that he would be cut by the flaming giant sword, formed by his own natural disaster. A large amount of flesh and blood in the hideous sword marks were burned and melted by the blue flames. Trigger the Deprivation War Order. Successfully deprive the target of the God Pollution skill for 6 minutes. The Divine Pollution ability of the Dark Master was directly deprived, but it had little effect on the battle situation. Because Zhao Yuan has been immune to angel-level God Pollution. Trigger Ultimate Adaptation, Hellfire Resistance +4, +4, Xia Kingdom players excitedly said, "I've never been so happy in my life. Is this a boss fight? Is this killing an angel-level god clone? Isn't this too simple? The boss's attacks are rushing in, but they will all be blocked by Zhao Yuan. We only need to output. Such an angel-level god clone descends on any country in Blue Star, and will destroy a large number of human main cities. Slaughtering hundreds of millions of human races may not necessarily kill the boss in the end." After arriving at Zhao Yuan's place, only 4 minutes have passed, and the boss's health bar has already been knocked out by half. In a few more minutes, we will be able to completely kill the avatar of the gods by relying on real retaliation. By the way, these gods can activate mythical creature forms, but it's not in the way. Even Zhao Yuan's defense can't be broken. Zhao Yuan shelters are more than 5 billion troops alone, and this is not his limit. Zhao Yuan also has resurrection means. Invulnerability, shield skills. Is this how Tushin feels? I feel like I've reached the pinnacle of my life. Under the real retaliation time and time again, the boss's blood volume has dropped crazily, and only a small half is left, so he can only choose to activate the mythical creature form although it is a clone, but after turning on the mythical creature form, the rationality of the clone gradually declines, and the Magnus occupies a high position. The state of the avatar will more or less affect the rationality of the main body, but now it can only choose to open the mythical creature form. Chapter 359 Foul Words. Killing an angel-level deity clone triggers hundreds of millions of times proficiency, and the current multiplier is 760 times. Acquire 963 W battlefield points. Kill the target, gain 365.3 billion experience points, 50 times, and the player's personal level reaches level 308. Killing the target, a total of 1,569 W points of skill proficiency will be obtained. One awakening skill will be improved. The second awakening skill will be improved. In a short time, the newly acquired skill Reflection, Immortal Soul, and Fate crafting skills can reach level 100. At this time, the avatar of the Dark Lord was completely dead, and the remaining divine power was about to dissipate. Zhao Yuan used the devouring body, and a hazy vortex appeared in the palm of his hand, drawing a portion of power from the incomplete divine power of the ruler of the dark. Turned into a skill crest, imprinted on Zhao Yuan's body. The Foul Words skill has been successfully branded. Foul Words spurs out the extremely filthy demonic death words, causing enemies within the target range to suffer severe curses. The curse judgment is successful, and the target dies on the spot. The cooldown time is 10 minutes, and the skill effect increases with the level of swallowing body. I actually got the ability of Foul Language. The boss relied on this ability to instantly kill me once. The slaughter of all the players in the Sakura Kingdom also uses the Foul Language skills. This filthy language skill essentially pronounces the word death in the devil language, and performs a terrible curse judgment on the target. It is also a powerful instant kill skill. The resistance is not high enough. It directly ignores the health value in dual defense, and instant kills on the spot. After devouring the second divine skill, Zhao Yuan's combat power has been improved to a certain extent. As for the other players in Xia Kingdom, they gain very little experience in battlefield points because the distribution of experience points is based on the output ratio. 80% of the output is from Zhao Yuan's real counter-injury. The pet Phoenix has been upgraded to level 300 and can undergo subsequent evolution. Zhao Yuan unleashed Phoenix's casting skill, and Phoenix turned into proud royal sister. Zhao Yuan took out the 300 level pet evolution stone from his backpack and started the evolution for the Phoenix. The 300 level evolutionary stone in Zhao Yuan's hand, which was larger than a human head, exuded a faint golden light. After Zhao Yuan chose to use it, a pale golden mysterious liquid flowed out of it, turning into streams and wrapping the Phoenix in the shape of Yuji. The mysterious substance in the pale gold liquid turned into the nourishment for the pet's evolution, forming a palace built purely from life energy, standing in the guild's residence. 7 pet evolution time. 1 hour, Zhao Yuan said to himself, I'm really looking forward to it. What kind of powerful skills can the evolved Phoenix acquire? However, the Phoenix's attribute is too high, and it is difficult to empty the blood bar, so it rarely triggers the attribute superposition effect of Nirvana, and after turning on the melting and casting, it is even more impossible to trigger the Nirvana skill, and it completely turned into a real Phoenix shadow covering me. There is no independent blood bar. I hope that after evolution, I can get a self-sacrificing ability and trigger the Nirvana effect by myself. This is really against the sky, but it's just a guess. Exactly what ability you can get depends on the results after an hour, Joe Kiting said on the side. As expected of a god skill, every god has a domineering means of forcing instant kills. This Foul Language is also the ultimate curse with a super large range, forcing enemies within the range to die instantly. Chapter 360 Luanjin Quality Phoenix. Kill the divine unit, trigger the title of Blasphemer, and obtain 5 divine units. Pet evolution has been completed. An hour later, the formed palace collapsed by the interweaving of life energy, and an extremely tall and graceful figure could be seen slowly walking out of it. The pet phoenix has completed the evolution, and the current quality is Luanjin. Enter the Queen's stage. Above the silver and white quality is the golden rank. This time against the avatars of the gods in the starry sky, the phoenix of gold quality will play a terrifying role. The phoenix of Luanjin quality has obtained the advanced casting skill. Advanced casting. All attributes and skills of the phoenix will be transferred to the master. FK. Zhao Yuan lived in Bengbu. All attributes are transferred to the master. This is the effect before the evolution. After the promotion, all the skills of the phoenix will also be transferred to the master. It means that the immortality and nirvana of the phoenix will become my own ability. Even if all the hidden horcruxes are destroyed, I can return from the flames in 3 days. You can't really die anyway. You can fall into true state of death no matter what. There is only one option to forcibly seal, and after the blood volume is empty, it will enter the egg form and get a new blood bar. The enemy can't drain the blood in the egg form in 3 minutes, and they will be resurrected with full blood and their attributes will be doubled. Yunning's Halo skills are not prioritized enough. And the Phoenix skills of Luanjin quality can't take effect, but once Nirvana, the attributes doubled is enough to be abnormal. The Phoenix Empress stepped out of the firelight and was a full 1.9 meters tall. The proportions of the body are exaggerated, and the clothing is less and less, and it is more and more luxurious and graceful. The facial features are even more stunning than that of the royal sister period. With more majesty and indifference of the queen, the Phoenix Queen wears an intricately hollowed-out bronze crown with dozens of square gems inlaid on the crown. Originally, in the period of the royal sister, the anthropomorphic form of the Phoenix was already the ceiling of the human body. With the ultimate body proportion after entering the queen stage, the figure has been optimized, and the height of 1.9 meters is even taller than Zhao Yuan. The Phoenix attribute panel of Luan gold quality has soared wildly, and it is not of the same order of magnitude as silver quality. The most obvious improvement is that Phoenix's HP has increased to 700 billion points. This is still the HP attribute that does not trigger the Nirvana effect. The current Zhao Yuan can do whatever he wants in front of the avatar of the gods. After Phoenix's high-level casting skills are activated, there is no cooling time, and a certain amount of magic value is deducted every second. As long as the supply of magic is sufficient, Phoenix can always use high-level casting skills. Give Zhao Yuan permanent undead skills. Phoenix has been promoted to Luanjin quality. This time the national war is basically stable, and you can even be distracted to think about saving more human races. Before this, Phoenix did not acquire the high-level casting skills, and could only choose to completely shelter all the players of the Xia Kingdom. There is room to consider some medium and small countries, and now you don't have to worry about the means Davis prepared. You don't need to be too anxious to beat the beautiful country. You can spend more resources in the national battlefield more calmly. Chapter 361 Davis' Last Gamble. The 3 13th level guilds in the White Bear country are building similar to tall towers. Standing on the city wall, the president of the White Bear state said happily, "Before I entered the battlefield in the country, I used precious props to make the location of the White Bear Kingdom close to the Xia Kingdom. Sure enough, it won't take long to meet you." Zhou Kaiding opened his mouth and said, "You have seen the battlefield announcement. We just destroyed the guild crystal of the Sakura Kingdom, and learned that Davis dared to take the initiative to start the national war. 7 Davis has prepared high-quality reception props in advance, which can be specially positioned in the national war space. Let the avatar of the evil god of the stars descend. The higher the quality of the receiving and guiding props, the stronger the power that the gods can project." Davis has been secretly planning for a long time, and definitely produced super high-quality reception props, and the Sakura country should have been notified only when it was approaching. We hurriedly raised materials and could only make red quality reception props. However, a half-step angel-level evil god clone was also summoned, the president of the White Bear Council said with a solemn expression. Under the hasty preparations of Sakura Nation, all red quality props can be made, so Davis definitely prepared pitch black quality, even silver white quality reception props, and more than one. Each evil god has a powerful and unparalleled instant killing ability. If multiple gods are present at the same time, the skills of true gods will be superimposed on each other. The power is unimaginable. Zhao Yuan opened his mouth to analyze. With Davis' ruthless character, I think he will summon all his allies and even the surrounding intelligent creatures before the decisive battle begins. Human sea tactics are meaningless to me, but they can be used as blood food for the avatars of the gods to restore them to a certain degree of personality. The president of the White Bear state became more and more solemn, and continued to listen to Zhao Yuan's analysis. Because Zhao Yuan is the only fighting force against the gods of the starry sky, He is already the strongest on the blue star. This is unquestionable and globally recognized. Zhao Yuan went on to analyze, in the battle with Sakura Nation just now, the red quality props originally only attracted half-step angel-level avatars, but the Dark Lord has absorbed the flesh and blood energy and lifespan of the players of the Cherry Blossom country, and has been promoted to the angel rank. Davis will definitely use all allied country players as sacrifice materials, including the intelligent creatures he recruited along the way, and the flesh and blood of the beasts he hunted, will serve as the blood food for the final battle. Even a beautiful country player other than Davis himself may be sacrificed human body material. Such a huge amount of flesh and blood energy is all used to restore the personality of the gods. We will encounter unimaginable disasters, the White Bear Council president responded. From what I know about Davis, he definitely has the guts. This is his last big gamble, and he has put all his chips on it. Meng Zhe frowned and said, according to this line of thinking, Davis is likely to take the initiative to avoid us, until he gathers enough sacrificial materials. He will not choose to fight us, instead, join forces with allied countries as much as possible to hunt down beasts, recruit intelligent creatures, and slaughter polluting creatures, even to attack weak and hostile countries to accumulate blood food. And what we should do now is to take the initiative and locate the coordinates of the beautiful country as soon as possible, before Davis fails to gather enough sacrificial materials. Let's have a decisive battle. The chairman and vice chairman present had solemn expressions. This was the final battle that was related to the subsequent fate of Blue Star. Chapter 362 Teammate Awakening. The skills of the members of the terrorist guild have reached the full level of 100. It means that teammates can wake up 3 times even if it is an S-level skill. It will become extremely scary after 3 awakenings, because it will obtain 3 awakening branch effects. What's more, the teammates have SSS level abilities. And Bai D, who joined later, can only start the second awakening. Bai D joined too late, and now he can perform the second awakening, and the progress is already very fast. The teammates talked to Zhao Yuan, and they entered the awakening trial one after another, and encountered copies of their own 200% or 300% attributes. Relying on Zhao Yuan's oath plus entire ability, the clone can be defeated in just a few minutes. What was most useful to Zhao Yuan was undoubtedly the awakening of Yunning and Bai D skills. Zhao Yuan turned off the extra copy body oath buff in the status bar. Thought to myself, after entering level 320, the 13th round will be activated. According to the statements of the 4 presidents of Xiaoguo, after turning on the 13th rank, you will gain a weak divinity of your own. The priority has taken a terrifying leap, and although the combat power has become more terrifying, it also has flaws. That is, auxiliary skills with too low priority can no longer take effect. That is to say, Yunning's halo has absolutely no effect on the Phoenix of Gold quality. It is obviously meaningless for the ants to apply a buff to Zhenfen, and after I turned on rank 13, I gained a weak divinity. So I can no longer enjoy the auxiliary bonuses of Yunning and Bai D. Thinking about it this way, it's better not to do 13th rank, and wait for your teammates to level up to level 320, then do 13th rank at the same time. That way I can always enjoy the buffs of both, and I have Divine Decay, which can weaken the Divine Goal. Whether or not to perform the 13th turn, although the impact is there, it is not obvious. While Zhao Yuan was thinking, the allies of the Xia Kingdom and the White Bear Kingdom encountered a large-scale beast force. Needless to say, kill directly. The higher the temporary double anti-stack, the better. The teammates have completed 3 awakenings and 2 awakenings one after another, and their combat power has gained a terrifying increase. Bai D said, my hymn augmentation skills, the branch options are the same. Either the hymn blessing target is increased to 5, or the skill effect is plus 50%. Of course, all I choose are skill effects plus 50%. At this moment, Bai D applied the hymn skill to Zhao Yuan again. S-rank strength hymn, true strength attribute plus 67.5%. S-class agility hymn, true agility attribute plus 67.5%. S-level physical attributes, true physical attributes plus 67.5%. SSS level skill range hymn, skill range plus 150%. Yunning's SSS level skill aura still chooses skill priority plus 1. Yunning explained, if I keep stacking skill priorities, maybe I don't need to do 13th rank. You can add skill auras to players who have divinity after level 320, pile up some equipment and accessories that increase the priority of skills. Yunning's SSS level skill range aura has also been awakened 3 times, and she has chosen the same skill priority. At this time, the double gain of Bai Di and Yunning was concentrated on Zhao Yuan. Let his full attributes increase dramatically. The most eye-catching is naturally the skill range from 8,000 W radius to 130 million meters. Chapter 363 Davis Decision. Zhao Yuan quickly summoned the second round of Eternal Blazing Sun, doubling the evaporation damage on the whole map. A large number of 320 level beasts died, which turned into Zhao Yuan's battlefield points, experience points, and skill proficiency. And the melee legions of Xia Kingdom and Bakshan Kingdom rushed into the beast forces. Every time he suffers an attack, it will trigger Zhao Yuan's Thorns Anti-Armor and Divine Decay, and there is also a certain probability of triggering Skill Reflection and Deprivation of Battle Orders. Battle Information: trigger the Thorns against armor, causing 1.5 billion real damage 34 times, trigger Extreme Adaptation, Bleeding Resistance +5, trigger Perseverance, Mysterious Scale, Temporary Double Defense +200 points, kill the target, trigger Unlimited Flesh and Blood, Physique, Blues, Resistance, Blood Limit Permanent +0.01, Physical Defense Permanent +0.01. At the same time, Zhao Yuan also activated the Wrath of the Tyrant, and a 15-meter-long starlight tentacles were planted on the battlefield. These starlight tentacles are all friendly units, covered with the Oath buff, and cannot be destroyed. After actively activating the skill effect, the attack speed of the starlight tentacles doubled, continuously smashing the level 320 beasts into pulp. Zhao Yuan checked his status bar, and he could see that there were many additional friendly units covered with the Oath buff, that is to say, within a radius of 130 million meters, friendly forces have already appeared. Zhao Yuan sits on the suspended president's throne, and can overlook the entire battlefield on the ground from mid-air, being able to see a lot of unique types of players. For example, players who purely use revolvers. Although the rate of fire in magazines are similar to normal revolvers, their attacks are very high. 2 shots can kill a beast of the same level, and if a headshot is completed, 1 shot can instantly kill a beast of level 320. The skills of this type of revolver player are also added to the strength of the revolver gun. Zhao Yuan also saw the figure of the president of the White Bear Council, who looked like a berserk warrior, but was different. When the president of the White Bear Council is attacked, he will get a lot of rage points, and if his attack hits the enemy, he will get a small amount of rage points. The higher the anger value, the higher the attack speed, size, attack range, strength, and resistance of the president of the White Bear Council, and there is no upper limit to the anger value. It can be superimposed all the time. If the president of the White Bear Council is allowed to charge and kill on the battlefield for 12 hours, the strength can smash the current Davis, but the anger value of the president of the White Bear Council is after he is out of the fighting state. It will decline rapidly, and it is somewhat similar to Zhao Yuan's temporary dual defense, both of which are powerful in protracted battles, but if there is no chance to superimpose attributes, the effect will be mediocre. Global announcement: Pretty Country destroyed the 3 guild crystals of 1D Country, depriving the opponent of all guild materials, funds, and experience points. Global announcement: Bull at the bottom of the country is a small country, and there may not be a few SS-level ability users in the entire country. 15 hours later, with exaggerated luck, Davis continued to find friendly forces. Let all the players in the allied countries enter their team, then successfully recruited a large number of intelligent creatures, killed tens of billions of beasts, and stored the corpses of the beasts in the guild warehouse. Davis continues to destroy small and medium forces in hostile countries, even large forces. The speed is so fast, it is like opening the perspective of God. During these 15 hours, the global announcements kept ringing, and they were all announcements from the beautiful country to destroy other guild crystals, and Zhao Yuan also encountered more than 50 friendly forces, all of which were tied together, and kept killing fierce beasts to superimpose temporary attributes. Earn experience points and battle points. Finally, night fell. Chapter 364 The Arrival of the 6 Gods. Xiaoguo and its friendly players completed the assembly in a very short period of time, with a total of 52 friendly forces. And at a farther distance, an open starlight door gradually closed. All the forces of the beautiful country and its allies have been teleported here. No one in Xiaoguo's friendly forces thought that the decisive battle would come so quickly. This was the first day of the national war. And it was in a state of darkness, which was obviously planned by Davis in advance. Zhao Yuan said in a high-level group chat, "Davis dares to take the initiative to send it to our face, which shows that he has 100% confidence in winning. The starlight portal that is gradually closing should be an item obtained from the gods before the national war started. It is possible to instantly transmit more than 40 billion troops and appear smoothly near us. Davis should also use the positioning type god-given props, which broke the skill effect of our hidden abilities. Although Xiaoguo's friendly forces were shocked, they were still very at ease with Zhao Yuan's oath on their bodies. They did not panic, waiting for the final order. The coordinates of Davis' arrival are still some distance away from the Xia kingdom. Zhou Kaiding said in a high-level group chat, Davis has a lot of props bestowed by the gods. In battle, beware of him using the props to make a comeback. According to our previous reasoning, Davis should be collecting human materials, but he is in a hurry to fight us. There is only one conclusion, that's not wanting to give Zhao Yuan time to grow up, and Davis' hand is strong enough that Davis thinks Zhao Yuan is not a threat. Dare to send it like this? Zhao Yuan responded, in the state of darkness, many avatars of gods can get a lot of bonuses. It can be seen from here that there are a large number of allied players in the Beautiful Country Guild. We gained a friendly position by relying on Zhao Yuan's oath domain, and Davis should have used another god-given item, which is why he found so many allied players. Intelligent creatures, and beasts in such a short period of time. Xiaoguo's SSS level auxiliary ability again applied various attribute enhancement skills to Zhao Yuan. Her abilities have a limited duration and need to be reapplied during combat. The auxiliary skills of Bai Di and Yunning belong into the type with no cooling time, and they can be activated all the time as long as the magic value is enough. And White Bear Country also has a powerful SSS level auxiliary ability, originally the exclusive assistant of the President of the White Bear Council. It is the full attribute that increases the percentage for the President of the White Bear Council. Now applies the full stat percentage bonus skill to Zhao Yuan as well, because the President of the White Bear State is also very clear. He can fight against the pollution of the starry sky, and even if he can barely fight it, billions of guild members will also be instantly contaminated. The mutation has become an indescribable monster, and can only let the companions kill the former companions. Therefore, the exclusive assistant of the President of the White Bear State turned into the exclusive assistant of Zhao Yuan. There are also some weak supporters whose skill priority is not high enough to take effect on Zhao Yuan. Davis directly chose to use the lead in props. There are many artifacts suspended in front of him, among which are black velvet-like tulle, and the surface is inlaid with star-like diamonds. There is a miniature blood-red full moon, spilling soft brilliance. There's a humble puppet with an absurd smiley face mask. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 365, Purgatory on Earth. Then there is the six-armed puppet with golden yellow body and inlaid agate, jade nuggets, precious stones, coral, and pearls all over the body. Finally, there is the singularity of all things, which does not have a human shape, but looks like a polygonal shape the size of a mountain. The clones of a full 6 gods came at the same time, and they were all at the archangel level. Above the angel level is the half-step archangel, and then the archangel level 2 ranks higher than the Dark Lord that Zhao Yuan encountered before. The majesty of the terrifying gods filled the world, and all the human races present had the urge to kneel and kowtow to the gods. The true oath cannot be grafted with coercion, Xiaoguo and his friendly players quickly discussed. This is an archangel level avatar of the gods, and the previous angel level Dark Master is terrifying enough. The current evil god is 2 levels higher than the evil spirit summoned by the Sakura kingdom before, and at the same time, 6 evil god clones descended. Can Zhao Yuan withstand the combined attack of the 6 gods? No wonder Davis dared to take the initiative to use the national war token, and dared to teleport to us in the dark state. It turns out that he has such a terrifying means. He's going to kill us all in one breath. The players of the White Bear Country also discussed in fear, and it's still in the dark night. At this time, you can already see the blood moon gradually rising from the sky. The Evernight Goddess and the Blood Moon Goddess can exert more divine power in this environment. This time it's all up to Zhao Yuan. Is there a way to destroy the receiving props? It seems impossible. The evil avatar has been summoned. Only by killing directly can you survive, and the Beautiful Country and its allies players are completely boiling. We are the ultimate winners. How can Zhao Yuan be strong? After all, he is just a mortal. In front of the real god, his power seems so weak. Players in the Beautiful Country have a sense of excitement. 6 archangel level god clones, I suspect that Zhao Yuan can't even stop one, because each rank is a complete qualitative change. Even an ordinary creature of the Archangel level is an extremely terrifying existence, not to mention the avatar of the gods. Allies of the pretty nation think that they have the last laugh. I just said that if you choose the beautiful country, you can't go wrong with Davis. Even if Zhao Yuan, the Lord of Sanctuary, is killed in the middle, it is only a flash in the pan, and it will eventually wither and wither. Look at the panicked faces of these people on the opposite side. When they chose Xia Kingdom, they were doomed to a tragic end. 6 Archangel level avatars, tell me how to lose. You teach me how to win in Xiaoguo? Davis, such a cautious character, daring to take the initiative to use the national war token, speaks for itself. Davis had foreseen the situation today and everything was in his plan. Bump, bump, bump. Tens of millions of players in the beautiful country camp exploded in an instant. It turned into a thick, dark red blood mist, all concentrated on a certain god clone. Boom bang bang, boom. Like a sickle harvesting wheat, hundreds of millions of players were harvested in an instant, and their life energy and lifespan were all absorbed by the evil god clone. Help! These evil god clones are actually sucking our flesh and blood energy. We are allies. Chapter 366 Mythical Creature Form Fully Opened. Meng Zhe retorted, I don't think Davis has been tainted. These plans are all carried out by him in a rational situation. Davis is a person who will do anything to achieve his goals. At this time, in the resident of the beautiful National Guild, a lot of negative emotions rose into the air and merged into the body of the evil spirits, allowing their personalities to be restored. Then the remaining half of the players were crushed into blood mist, and the flesh and blood energy and lifespan in it all became the nourishment of the evil god. Including the beautiful country players except Davis, all were ground into powder. Walked out of the resurrection point 3 seconds later, again providing a ton of negative emotions. Davis thought to himself, 40 billion flesh and blood energy, human lifespan, and so many negative emotions, it's just to stabilize the Archangel level status of the 6 evil gods. It is impossible to break through to the Archangel level, because the Archangel level is completely another level, but this is enough. The 6 Archangel level evil gods in a stable state. How is Zhao Yuan going to stop him? Although he has a lot of life-saving skills, he will eventually run out. At that time, the evil god will completely pollute his sanity, and maybe he can be transformed into a fanatical angel. Xiaoguo and its friendly players witnessed a complete process, and their hearts were heavy, and the final battle broke out abruptly. Now all hope is on Zhao Yuan, not to mention their mid to low end combat power. Even the combat power of the 4 presidents of the Xia Kingdom will not affect the battle situation. Zhao Yuan looked at the 6 avatars of gods standing around the beautiful National Guild. They all have a mountain-like height, and just standing there, they are madly releasing rich pollution. Goddess of the Night quality, Archangel level, LV 380 health value, 1 W grid magic value, 100 billion true strength, 160 million true physique, 160 million true agility, 100 million true intelligence, 200 million skills, Night Divine Kingdom, spiritual pollution, eternal secret, quiet dream. When the blood volume reaches a certain limit, it will form a blood volume divided by 1 grid. 1 grid represents 100 million points of HP. After Zhao Yuan has applied high-level casting, his HP has also been divided into grids. Blood Moon Goddess quality, Archangel level, 380, skills, Blood Moon Divine Kingdom, Scarlet Sword Key, Moonlight, Feminine Authority, Spiritual Pollution per Erping Puppet quality, Archangel level, 380, skills, Peeping Fate, Tampering Fate, Fate Kingdom, Divine Pollution. Dark Master quality, Archangel, skills, Filthy Words, Filthy Detonation, Deep Darkness of the Kingdom of Gods, Natural Disasters, Pollution of Gods. Patriarch of 9 Tombs quality, Archangel. Chapter 367. The 6 gods who opened the form of mythical creatures showed their own divine essence, one after another. The mother goddess of the blood moon lost her bright red tailored dress, revealing her dark skin with a large number of serene gold cracks on the surface. Divine blood of Yaojin flows in the gap. The goddess of the night turned into a demon wolf. Her body became a demon wolf covered with pitch black scales, and her head exploded into massive smooth wiggling tentacles. The Dark Lord is more human-shaped, symbolizing that the demon in the final stage is actually the culmination of the dark side of human nature. It seems that the human skin that will be torn apart at any time is covered with a huge skeleton. The Patriarch of Jiling became more and more huge. The divine body was a sea monster with 9 heads, and a large number of octopus tentacles slapped on the ground. At the very center is a human face, concave inward. The divine body of the peeping puppet actually freed him from the wooden body with real flesh and blood. He became a living six-armed human. The face is absurd, with a smile on his face, and the divine pattern of the field of destiny flashes on his skin. The singularity of all things is directly transformed into a group of luminous dots, and it does not even have a specific form at the same time. The six evil gods propped up their own kingdom of God at the same time. The archangel-level boss is not the prototype of the kingdom of God, but the weakened kingdom of God. The six layered fields with different styles are rolling towards the buildings of the Xia kingdom. Zhao Yuan activated the ultimate domination skill, and a layer of crimson halo centered on Zhao Yuan himself, rapidly expanding. But it is impossible to compare with the six great kingdoms of God, and it is impossible to form a hedge and then cancel each other out. All allies are shrouded in the boss's kingdom of God, and the boss's attack will be greatly improved. Zhao Yuan, who opened the ultimate domination, has a percentage increase in HP, double defense, and special resistance. The body size has increased by 10 times, but in front of the gods who have opened the divine body, they are still like ants. All of them are divine skills. Even if I have such a high-value attribute panel now, I may be killed in seconds. Zhao Yuan thought to himself. Gods control the authority of the corresponding field, which is a bug-like skill. The six evil gods attacked at the same time, and the Evernight goddess used the quiet dream ability, created a dream fluctuation that swept everything, and forced all the affected targets into the dream and make the target permanently lost in sleep, unable to wake up. It is no different from brain death. Zhao Yuan directly activated the active effect of Unyielding Soul, and his body was filled with a hazy clear light, and he was immune to all control skills for 540 seconds. Forced into dream, this is obviously a terrible means of control. Battle information: when True Oath is triggered, all the control effects suffered by friendly units are borne by you. Affected by Quiet Dream, Unyielding Soul has been activated, and will be immune to the control effect. Zhou Kaiding said in the group chat, if it weren't for Zhao Yuan's Oath ability, the ability of the Evernight goddess would be enough to make all our 50 billion troops fall into dream. That is to say, destroy our 50 billion players. It's terrible. This is the method of the gods. When attacked, trigger Thorn's anti-armor, causing 64 real damage of 30 grids. The real damage of 1920 grids left hideous scars on the divine body, and the dark golden blood of the gods continued to flow from the inside. The Blood Moon goddess waved a long sword in her hand that was taller than the mountains, constantly slashing out the scarlet moonlight sword energy, and slashed towards Zhao Yuan. Chapter 368 Divine Skills. Entering form, Davis watched the battle from a distance. In this level of battle, the aftermath alone could easily crush him. Is this a skill acquired by subsequent upgrades? Wait, I also collected a lot of information about Zhao Yuan in the early days. Could this be Phoenix's Nirvana skills? Davis' pupils contracted violently. Zhao Yuan has the ability to swear in the later period, and the attributes of the Phoenix are too high, so he has rarely been killed. So this Nirvana skill is almost never triggered again, but I have collected all the information on Zhao Yuan. After Phoenix's death, Nirvana will be reborn, and all attributes will be doubled, and this Phoenix egg must be broken in a short period of time. If the time limit is exceeded, Zhao Yuan will be able to resurrect with full blood. The skill of the Divine Beast Phoenix has been transferred to Zhao Yuan. Sure enough, Zhao Yuan can continue to grow. How long has it been? The life-saving ability has undergone a qualitative change. The gods obviously did not need Davis' reminder, and instantly realized that this Phoenix egg must be destroyed instantly. Otherwise, there will be dire consequences. The Evernight goddess raised her slender right hand and used the most powerful divine skill. Eternal Secret. The goddess of the night controls the authority of the night, secrets, dreams, disasters, and many other fields among them. Concealment can not only hide the figure, but also completely erase the existence of a unit, that is to permanently hide a target from the root. Zhao Yuan had encountered this skill before, was killed more than 10 times in seconds, and resurrected more than 10 times with angels embrace him. The huge Phoenix egg that wrapped Zhao Yuan quickly disappeared, like a stick figure erased by an eraser. It disappeared inch by inch, but it didn't make people feel abrupt, as if it should be so. Snapped. The Phoenix egg is completely hidden, even if it is full of blood, but the eternal secret of the Archangel-level divine power can obviously kill Zhao Yuan in seconds. The Phoenix egg blood bar disappeared. Zhao Yuan lost the chance of Nirvana, but fortunately the Nirvana skill is a passive ability with no cooldown. Zhao Yuan's body just fell down, and immediately stood up again, which triggered the death knell of glory. Zhao Yuan will once again get a special health bar and be able to act with 100% of his attributes for a while. Trigger Thorn's anti-armor. Inflict 64 real damage of 30 grids, triggering the decay of divinity. The target has been weakened by 10 points of divinity. Trigger extreme adaptation, stealth resistance +1/+1. Seeing this scene, all the friendly players were dumbfounded. Zhao Yuan is too scary, isn't it? One person fights against the 6 evil spirits who have opened up the divine body, and the boss's blood is consumed so much by anti-armor. We are completely burdensome. I remember Zhao Yuan has the resurrection skill. This battle has just begun. The bosses have already exhausted Zhao Yuan's invincible skills, so they used divine power to kill Zhao Yuan. Fortunately, the SSS level healers in our White Bear country also have the means of resurrection. Zhao Yuan can return to the light for 2 hours, and all skills can be used normally, but there are not enough enemies for him to count kills. Otherwise, the death knell of glory itself can be resurrected once without the embrace of an angel. Unfortunately, the Nirvana effect was not triggered, but it is not in the way. This is a protracted battle. My Yanho Windbreaker's serious injury level is not enough. The boss's blood recovery attribute can still play a part, but it's just a few more supports in the face of real counter-injury. Chapter 369 The Singularity of Everything. The Mother Goddess of Blood Moon possesses authority over Blood Moon, Yin, and New Life, and she has used the ability of feminine authority at this moment. A figure slowly emerged from Zhao Yuan's body. This is Zhao Yuan himself on the dark side. Zhao Yuan was stunned. Isn't this a copy of 100% attributes? Summon out my dark side. This is absolutely unbeatable. It's like conducting a skill awakening trial. A dark side of Zhao Yuan crawled out of Zhao Yuan's body little by little, with a ferocious smile on his face. This is the most evil side of Zhao Yuan's human nature. Davis was very excited to see this scene. There is such a god skill. Summoning a player shadow with 100% attributes, Zhao Yuan will definitely die, and the negative power is not counted as a control skill, and Zhao Yuan's control ability cannot be offset. Zhao Yuan still has many hidden methods, but they are useless. How can a Zhao Yuan be the opponent of the 6 evil gods plus a copy of Zhao Yuan? Seeing that his dark side was about to emerge from his body, Zhao Yuan had no choice but to use the ability of reliving history. A thick fog of history filled Zhao Yuan's surroundings, and layers upon layers of phantoms appeared on him. Zhao Yuan chose the most favorable time node, that is, the state before the cooldown of invincible skills and shield skills. Backtracked in time, 12 minutes ago, Zhao Yuan was not affected by the feminine authority, which directly cancelled out this ability, and the negative authority consumed a lot of divine power of the Mother Goddess of the Blood Moon, and could not be used again in a short time. Although Zhao Yuan obtained 6 layers of pure white shields and 2 invincible effects, he was still bloody. The upper limit of resurrection times for angels embraces 51 times. If all 51 times of resurrection times are consumed, turn back on time again, then there will be 51 more resurrections. Zhao Yuan calculated in an instant. Although fate can be grafted, the fate of summoning the dark side can be grafted to an evil god. But in order to guard against the enemy, there are more perverted skills. Fate grafting must be used as the ultimate comeback skill. Although 51 resurrection times were wasted, the remaining 102 times are enough to consume all the blood of the evil god. The Blood Moon Goddess released a skill on Zhao Yuan. Triggering Thorn's anti-armor and divinity decay, the blood volume suddenly decreased by 2000 grids, and the divinity decreased by 10 points. Therefore, Zhao Yuan turned on the golden sculpture that recovered the cooldown again, and used the Phoenix's burning silence and the domain of the Western Emperor Hall to output. Zhao Yuan used time-reversing skills and was exempted from the Blood Moon Mother's terrifying magical skills. The president of the White Bear Council heaved a sigh of relief. It's dangerous. Fortunately, Zhao Yuan reacted quickly. After hesitating for a few seconds, the hands of the dark side were freed. Maybe we can use Zhao Yuan's skills to launch an attack. If a copy of Zhao Yuan with 100% attributes is really summoned by the Blood Moon Goddess, there is no need to fight. Zhou Kaiding also analyzed aloud. The time-reversing skills have reduced the cooldown of Zhao Yuan's skills to 0, and the boss's blood volume is only half. We have great hopes of winning, Meng Zhe said. Other gods will have at least one skill similar to the bug of Blood Moon Goddess. If Zhao Yuan makes a mistake in coping, he may fall into the abyss. Davis faces as usual, because Zhao Yuan has time-reversing skills, which he learned from intelligence. This time another one of Zhao Yuan's whole cards was consumed. When Zhao Yuan's whole cards are all used up, it will be his death. Chapter 370 Invincible. A portal of light forcibly sealed Zhao Yuan's thorn and armor, and there were 12 additional portals of light on Zhao Yuan's body. It is about to be closed at this moment, which means that Zhao Yuan will be sealed with 12 skills: gazing at the stars, extreme adaptation, perseverance, scales of mystery, embrace of angels, nirvana, true vows. These skills are extremely critical, and losing any of them will lead to instant defeat. Zhao Yuan immediately activated a new skill, fate grafting, which can graft his own fate to the target for the next 3 minutes. Boom. The pure golden aura of destiny flowed from Zhao Yuan's body, dazzling to the extreme. Without giving the enemy time to react, the 12 portals of light were directly transferred to the Blood Moon Mother Goddess. Zhao Yuan was really afraid of the Blood Moon Mother Goddess' ability to summon her dark side. He was afraid that a Mother Goddess' divine power would recover and she would use her feminine authority again. Therefore, it is better to seal all the skills of the Blood Moon Goddess. The Blood Moon Mother God was caught off guard, and did not expect the effect of the Gate of Light skill to appear on her body, but after the singularity of all things released 2 powerful divine skills in a row, the divine power was almost exhausted, and there was almost no threat during the reversal of the war situation. The life-seeking puppet used the power of fate in an attempt to divert fate. Transfer the portal of light to Zhao Yuan again. Battle information, interference with fate, fate resistance. Judgment is in progress, the judgment is successful, and your own fate will not be affected. Snapped. The puppet skill has no effect on Zhao Yuan, which is why Zhao Yuan didn't transfer the portal of light to the puppet. I have a fate resistance passively provided by the fate grafting skill, plus the bonus of heavenly personality and glory evolution, almost immune to the attack of fate authority because this is just an archangel level avatar, and its personality is only that high. The portals of light on the body of the Blood Moon Goddess closed one after another, and all the magical skills in her body were forcibly sealed. Zhao Yuan directly reversed the situation by relying on a fate grafting skill, which not only exhausted the magical power of the singularity of all things, it also sealed the skills of the Blood Moon Goddess, and the fate authority of the puppet had little effect on Zhao Yuan. Zhao Yuan added glory evolution to the skill priority of frenzy taunt. He is already in an absolutely dominant position at this moment, and needs to use fanatical taunts to control the enemy to force him to attack him. Relying on real damage, it won't take long before all the enemies will be emptied of blood by real damage. Zhao Yuan rejoiced secretly. Sure enough, the authority of the singularity of all things belongs to the realm of space and seals. I have been grafting fate to deal with it, and the reversal has been completed directly. And Phoenix's immortal realm, 51 resurrections of angels embrace, the magical skills of these 6 evil gods have all been used once. Now the divine power is exhausted, and they can't get rid of the state of frenzy and ridicule. This time I will slaughter 6 gods in a row. Davis' face was pale, and he already had the idea of fleeing, because the divine skills of the 6 gods were all destroyed by Zhao Yuan. If the consumption continues, Zhao Yuan will win with a high probability. Even if the 6 deities start to self-destruct, Zhao Yuan can't be helped. Zhao Yuan can be resurrected again and again. But at this time, players with SSS level positioning and tracking abilities among Xia players had already locked onto Davis. Davis himself used the imprisonment scroll, and as a side effect, he could not force himself to exit the battlefield space. Zhao Yuan turned on the frantic ridicule again. Fighting against the 6 evil gods alone, he activated the indestructible golden body, and his dual defenses increased by 5 times in an instant. Reached 650 billion points of dual defense, that is, 650 billion points of physical attack. Zhao Yuan consumed all the 9,000 W points of stored power, and turned into golden shadow of the outline of a dragon's head, covering his right arm. Chapter 371, SSS level stealing fire. Killing archangel level creatures triggers hundreds of thousands of proficiency. The current multiplier is 850 times. Kill the target, get a total of 653.2 billion experience points, 50 times, and increase the level by 36. Zhao Yuan rushed to level 341 in one breath, and was already able to do 12 rounds, acquired a total of 235.6 billion skill proficiency points, 860 times. The first awakening skill is raised to level 100. The second awakening skill is raised to level 100. The sixth awakening skill is raised to level 100. All Zhao Yuan's skills have reached the full level, and subsequent awakenings can be performed. The highest level batch of skills will be awakened 7 times, have gained 120 million battlefield points, Zhao Yuan opened the body of devouring, and an illusory vortex appeared in his palm, absorbing the origin of the 6 dissipating bodies of gods. The carrier carrying the 6 heretic god clones shattered quickly, but Zhao Yuan swallowed a trace of the original power from each, successfully branded Divine Wave, Gate of Light, Scarlet Sword Key, Quiet Dreamland, Foul Detonation, and God Pollution skills. Zhao Yuan devoured 6 god skills in one go. This harvest is no less than the rewards of battlefield points. Divine Wave, this is Patriarch Jiling's strongest instant killing skill, the Gate of Light, which is a magical skill to forcibly seal the target skill. Unfortunately, the female authority was not branded from the Blood Moon Mother Goddess, but a Scarlet Sword Key skill was randomly branded. Quiet Dreams belong to a large-scale force dream, which is a means of control. Foul Detonation, Foul Words, 2 skills have been imprinted from the Dark Lord. Foul Detonation is a powerful skill that arouses the negative emotions and dark emotions of the target, and then detonates in one breath. Finally, a Destiny Kingdom was imprinted on the puppet of the life-seeking puppet. It's okay, not too bad. These divine skills turned into a brand, covering Zhao Yuan's body skills can be triggered only when they are attacked to the corresponding position, with their respective cooldowns. The president of the White Bear Congress said, "This battle is really difficult. I thought Zhao Yuan would lose many times in the middle, but Zhao Yuan's fighting consciousness is a genius. The slightest hesitation will lead to the failure of the battle." Zhao Yuan thought to himself, "I have the immortality of my soul and the immortality of a phoenix, so it is impossible for me to die. What you have to do is to protect all your allies while killing the boss. This is the hardest point. Fortunately, there are enough trump cards, and even the trump card of the Void Mausoleum has not been opened." Zhao Yuan said in the group chat, "Where is Davis? By killing him, we can destroy the guild crystal of the beautiful country, and then win the national war. Now the crystals of the beautiful country cannot be broken. Once the national war is broken, Davis can escape from this space." Meng Zhe responded, "Rest assured, we have located the approximate coordinates of Davis, and there are still a lot of imprisonment scrolls in the guild warehouse. We have more time to hunt down Davis. It's impossible for him to escape. It's just a matter of struggling for some time. This time we must bring his level back to level 0. Zhou Kaiding added, "There are still SSS level cursors in my guild. In the case of capturing Davis, it is possible to impose a permanent terrible curse, and it also allows SSS class location trackers to plan coordinates in Davis' flesh and blood. After the end of the national war, let the players from the Novus village in Xiao go after Davis. Kill the god unit, trigger the title of blasphemer, and get 10 units of divine power." If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 372, Ending. The Xia Kingdom was victorious, and Zhao Yuan killed 6 gods alone. The tens of billions of players who were killed back to level 0 in the beautiful country guild station and had only 1 day left in their lifespan regretted it. Davis is a despicable villain. This time is really over. Once the national war is over, we will only have more than 10 hours of life left. The level has also returned to level 1. Maybe even the beasts of the Novus village can't be defeated. I hate it. If you choose to stand on the side of the Xia Kingdom, this will not be the end. And Xiaoguo and his friendly players cheered. Zhao Yuan created a miracle. He killed 6 archangel-level gods alone. Our 50 billion players are simply a burden. I can see that, without our cumbersome players, Zhao Yuan might have an easier fight. In the battle just now, Zhao Yuan had to worry that we would not be polluted and completely killed. After being forced to teleport by the gods, I quickly turned on the time backtracking and returned to the origin to cover us with the Oath Domain. Zhao Yuan is so strong. But it's the happiest thing to have such a big guy sheltering you. Pretty country, cherry blossom country. And all their allies are all gone now. It's self-inflicted. All were killed back to level 0, and there is only 1 day left to live. In other words, the main forces of our blue star seem to be in the same camp. That is to achieve a great unification. I'm going to chase Davis now, right? Just kill Davis back to level 0. You can smash the enemy's guild crystals and settle the national war rewards. National war points can be exchanged for unimaginable rewards. I'm really looking forward to it. The number of kills is completed, and the barrier of despair is promoted to silver quality. Boom. The two-handed heavy shield held by Zhao Yuan's right hand immediately drastically changed to a large oval shield of dark red metal. The surface bulges out, forming a solid ivory-like horn. It feels indestructible just by looking at it. Barriers to despair. Quality, silver white level, LV 340 attributes, HP plus 5 billion, double defense plus 3.8 billion, resistance plus 1.9 billion, penetration immunity plus 1.4 billion, impact reduction 80%. This is the first silver white quality equipment on Zhao Yuan, and the attributes it provides can be called perverted. Zhao Yuan said, "Let's go, chase and kill Davis." Although there is a lot of room for the national war, he can't escape. The end is already doomed. Zhou Kaiding sent a private message to Zhao Yuan. "The battle just now is too dangerous, and I'm ready to explode the noble phantasm at any time, but you defuse the danger every time." Zhao Yuan responded, "This level has not yet reached the limit. If you choose to self-destruct the noble phantasm, you will also plunge yourself into death. I have applied a special skill effect to the Void Mausoleum. It can ignore all obstacles, cross all restrictions, and instantly complete the task of detonating the Void Mausoleum, and it has no side effects on me. It's much cheaper than the self-destruction of your noble phantasm." Zhou Kaiding retorted, "You can't put all the pressure on your shoulders. Just let my noble phantasm be placed in the Void Mausoleum. An extra layer of insurance is always good. In case you are polluted by the starry sky, I can also take the responsibility of detonating the Void Mausoleum." Then Zhao Yuan said in the group chat, "Chase and kill Davis. Kill him back to level 0, and end the national war." Chapter 373 Final Reward. Zhao Yuan was surprised, "And the operation of hanging yourself, is there no such option in the system panel?" Zhou Kaiding explained, "That piece of white silk is an extremely precious tool for deleting numbers. Davis knew that we would not let him go. Even if he was killed back to level 0, we would send someone to the Novus village to assassinate him. I chose to die with dignity." Afterwards, the Xia army corps smashed all the guild crystals in the hostile country. A series of national war announcements sounded. National war announcement: Xiaoguo has destroyed 3 guild crystals in the beautiful country, and will get all the guild materials, funds, and experience points of the opponent. The 13th level guild of Pretty Country will be forcibly disbanded. The Xia Kingdom has destroyed the crystals of the 13th level guilds of Britain and Lanxi. Xia Kingdom has been destroyed. The dense number of global announcements represents the coming of the era of changing the world, that is, the era when the Xia Kingdom ruled the Blue Star. The outside world fell into complete boiling, and Zhao Yuan, as the first place in the battlefield standings, received an exaggerated point reward at this moment. The player's current total battlefield points are 170 million points. Points reward redemption in progress. The player has obtained the Abyss difficulty transfer trial skip ticket 2, the Jet Black quality arm reincarnation pool 1, the arm reincarnation charm 30W, 500W real attribute points, and pet level 400 evolution stone. Have obtained silver quality proficiency potion 10, level 340 silver white quality equipment 8, silver white quality wings 1, silver white quality magic weapon 1, level 11 enhancement stone 1W, level 11 gemstone 5000, have obtained void mine 3000W units, silver quality pet equipment 4, silver white quality clothing 8, and tears of the starry sky 3. Zhao Yuan's eyes were stinging from the silvery white flash. As expected of the reward points for the national war, the amount is unimaginable. All of them are silver white items at a glance, and this is also a personal point reward, excluding the national ranking reward. Global announcement: the ranking of this national war is as follows. First, Xiaoguo, reward national fortune plus 5, all resources in the country plus 100%, Xiaoguo player luck point plus 5, 30-day experience bonus buff. Second, White Bear country, reward 2 points of national fortune. Third, Zhao Yuan started to check the rewards of personal points. The To the Abyss difficulty transfer trial skipped the coupons, and the quality was sufficient for the subsequent 12th and 13th rank. After the 12th turn, the player himself will have a certain divinity. To put it bluntly, the priority will be greatly increased. Control skills under 10 turns are completely immune. 12-turn players can therefore easily crush non-12-turn enemies. These 2 skip tickets can save a lot of time. After all, you need to beware of the forces of the starry sky, and you can delay any time. Who knows when the end will suddenly come, or the old god of the abyss has recovered and woke up on its own. Then there is a dark quality unit reincarnation pool, which does not need to be synthesized by fragments, and is directly a complete unit pool. The Void Archer is just pink, and above it is red and pitch black jump directly into the 2-level arm pool. However, how much auxiliary combat power the dark arms can bring to the current Zhao Yuan still needs to be checked in actual combat. Lich Angel quality, pitch black skills, redemption, Lich Slash. Angel Shield. Lich Slash is a powerful means of attacking and killing, and Angel Shield is a tough shielding ability. Chapter 374 Reward Follow-up. Then came a pair of silver white wings. When fully unfolded, there were 3 pairs of extremely gorgeous wings, as if formed by dragon countless scales and petals. Every time the wings are flapped, a large amount of starlight will be poured down. Valkyrie Wings quality, silver white wearing requirements, none attributes, physical attack plus 800 million, armor penetration plus 300 million, movement speed plus 324, divine power recovery per second plus 0.1 special effect. After opening, you can fly at high altitude permanently without cooling time. The attribute is not as high as expected, but there is an additional attribute that recovers 0.1 divine power per second. It should be an extremely precious attribute, and its value will only be realized after 12 turns. With silver white wings, you can soar high in the sky without any worries, without worrying about a flight time limit, and the flying speed and sensitivity are also ridiculously high. Black and white banner quality. Silver white grade 1 attributes, skill cooldown time 10%, skill priority +1, skill range +50% special effect, skill effect +50% within 3 minutes after activation, cooldown time is 12 hours, outrageous. Is this the magic weapon of silver quality? Skill cooldown time, skill priority, skill range, these are the top attributes. Increase 50% skill effect within 3 minutes after active activation. Just this silver white magic weapon has made my combat power crazily improved. There are 4 black and white banners, with a black background and white borders. They are inserted obliquely behind Zhao Yuan's armor, and the banners hang down in 4 directions. After Zhao Yuan wears the black and white banner, the skill cooling time is reduced by 10%, and the scope of the oath field will be greatly expanded. Zhao Yuan gave the extra 11th level gems to the 4 presidents of Xiaoguo and the members of the guild. Then there is the void mine of 3000 W units, which is enough to build a medium-sized teleportation matrix. Although it is not possible to send all the Xia people away at one time, it is still possible to send them in batches. It will take a while longer, enough to send all the Xia players to the designated planet. There is liquid energy flowing inside the void mine, and it needs to be replaced after it is used up. Therefore, as a strategic material, the more void mines, the better. Zhao Yuan also got 4 pieces of 320 level silver pet equipment. There are a total of 4 pet equipment slots. After wearing 4 pieces of silver white pet equipment, the Phoenix's attributes increased by about 30%. You must know that this is the 30% attribute of Luanjin quality Phoenix, which is already an extremely exaggerated increase. This means that after turning on high-level melting and casting, Zhao Yuan will get higher attributes. Zhao Yuan also got 8 pieces of silver white costumes. It has to be said that the rewards of national war points are generous. Zhao Yuan spent a lot of time just looking at the rewards. Sensible fashion quality, silver white wearing requirements, none attribute 1, sanity value plus 5000 attribute 2, sanity value plus 1 attribute 3. Restore sanity by 10 points per second attribute 4, restore sanity by 30 points per second attribute 5, sanity plus 5 attribute 6, restore sanity by 100 points per second attribute 7. When attacked, there is a 5% chance of recovery 1% of the maximum sanity value attribute 8, after the sanity value reaches 0. It will be exempt from pollution for 1 minute. For fashion, every time you wear one, you will unlock a fashion attribute. Chapter 375 Stellar Coordinates. In the forum at this moment, the status of Xiaoguo players has suddenly changed, and the weight of each Xiaoguo player's message is different. Xia country players excitedly said, "It was our country of Xia who won. The 13th level guild of the beautiful country was disbanded by us, although we don't know what happened in the national war space, but it must be an extremely difficult battle, and the main force is naturally Zhao Yuan. Finally waiting for the day when Xia Kingdom becomes the strongest country. Zhao Yuan is simply my dragon of Xia Kingdom, and Zhao Yuan also used 3 tiers of the Starry Sky to repair 9% of the durability of the Starry Sky barrier. Wouldn't it be possible to completely restore the Star Barrier after a few more large-scale catastrophic events? We'll then have another period of peace. The most important thing is that Zhao Yuan can continue to grow during this time, with Zhao Yuan's potential. Given him a few months, maybe even the gods of the starry sky would dare to confront him head-on. Xiaoguo's allies were even more excited. It's a miracle. How long has it been since the start of the national war? It's only about a day. Xiaoguo destroyed all the guild crystals in the beautiful country and its allies. Damn it, the big guys who participated in the national war send out a battle video of the national war. I'm so curious. You must know that this is a national war initiated by Davis. Davis must have the confidence to win, so he dared to do so. The result was defeated by Zhao Yuan in one day. That's right. Brothers of the Xia Kingdom, stop celebrating and post a video of the battle. Then a player of Xia Kingdom uploaded a battle video of the national war. All the players frantically opened the video, and were stunned at the beginning. The 6 evil gods stood in front of Zhao Yuan, as high as a hill, and a sense of oppression came over his face. The video has been specially processed, so the players looked directly at the evil god without being polluted. After watching the video of the battle between Zhao Yuan and Pretty Country, Xia players and non-Xia players were dumbfounded. One person fighting 6 gods. I just said why my knee hurts. It turned out that I was kneeling and watching the video. Zhao Yuan beheaded 6 archangel-level gods by himself. What the FK? Are the skills of these evil gods too monstrous? The destructive, treacherous and unpredictable skills of the gods were successfully resisted by Zhao Yuan. This is even more outrageous. I figured it out. Zhao Yuan is fighting the god clone with 50 billion burdens. During the battle, you must be distracted to protect friendly players from pollution. Otherwise, Zhao Yuan can play more easily. The Lord of Protection. The King of the Blue Star, the Lord of Protection. The King of the Blue Star, and the beautiful country, the Cherry Blossom country, the British country. The players in the hostile country fell into suffocating despair. As the defeated party, they dare not even speak on the forum. 7 worried that the Xia Congress will completely wipe out its own country. Zhao Yuan and others left the space of the national war and returned to the original place. Zhao Yuan and the 4 presidents of Xia Kingdom all received special system information. Special information: Xiaoguo has ruled 70% of the forces on the Blue Star and has become the overlord of the Blue Star. The Alien Invasion expansion pack has been unlocked. Civilized star coordinates 3 have been obtained, and a super-large teleportation matrix across galaxies has been established by digging void mines. You can start the journey to rule other civilized planets. Here we are, waiting for this alien invasion mission, Zhao Yuan said in the group chat of the 4 presidents. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.